And welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. So we'll continue exploring Vue and how we can get most out of the Vue. We're looking at some tips and tricks of modifying or best utilization of this application. So right now, what I want to show you is other ways we can retrieve additional information after we render inside the Vue. So I'm going to preset a very simple scenery. Okay, we'll go select few pyramids as example. We'll take our sunlight. Let's put it right here, just up front of the camera. We'll also can take our camera, move it a little bit up. So I want just kind of set up interesting look, but again some limitation. So we'll set in a Vue. We can go ahead pyramids, maybe just set basic material to this. See if we can find. Let me expand. I'm going just to find some rock, maybe interesting building material. Let's see if we'll maybe inside the Geekatplay. So we'll just select. It doesn't really matter. Just I want some materials with a little bit details, as well as a ground. We can go and okay. Next, what we'll try to do it is work with atmosphere. And happening many times when we start work with the global radiosity, we'll add clouds, and we start having problem. We have a nice clouds, but at the same time we have a sun that maybe view kind of extend. You may don't see it. Very good. Okay, so we'll do this on the sun. Okay, let's go on the sky. And right here, for example, I increase glow intensity on the sun, reduce in the atmosphere, trying to create the sun, but you can see how it's very bright point, and we have some details going. Mostly if we pop up a little bit, one harder sun, so I pop a little bit on the shadows, we start losing some details. And this is very, very fast settings I'm doing, and I'm just actually preset right here, maybe even more glowing, but I start losing blue. So you can see you can tweak with atmosphere a lot of this way. What we can do instead is when you set and you think this is close enough, maybe you want to tweak a little bit more, but with the Vue and special render mode we actually have more information that we can use in post-production, and these and other things I want point to see to show you how you can utilize that additional information, and it's always there even when you render normal. So we go to final, and I'm going to render just on a small resolution just to show you as example, and you can see how this one will be after in post-production we can do it. So let's go and render. Okay, it's going a little bit fast, so take a little bit second. So right here we save it. The next, as usual, you're going and you click on save. Okay, but now instead saving, try to go ahead and save as high dynamic range. So what's happening, we actually have much more information. We save as 32-bit, we save way wider range of the image. And next, all what you need to do after this, we'll go inside the Photoshop. Okay, and we'll open this HDR file. You can use other applications or new Photoshop will work as well, and I can show you some other ways we can do it. But you can see right here, even it's not tone mapped, certainly we see all details, even was that very shadow kind of align. Now we want to tone map this to 16-bit, so we'll go image mode and we'll switch to the 16-bit channel. notice right here we have it now HDR toning, where we can apply and modify our settings included right here. See, we don't have those details, now we do have them nice even on the clouds, and we can apply and create stronger effect. And most time I found, depending on resolution, you want to go from 1 to pixel. Okay, let's move edge and we can work with the gamma, go back or a little bit flatten the adjustment. Okay, you can see how we can start bringing effect as well. We can increase details with this. It's all information there was in view. Okay, we can increase our shadow same time, and for example rework a little bit more on the highlights if you don't want to lose any information. So like right here we can still have it hot spot, but same time keep these details. And of course we can work a little bit more with the curves. But you can see how already we brought image from this kind of way. We overexpose even where the sun or clouds, we cannot see it, but we still have those shadows. Same things, we're going inside here, we can still work on those shadows, we can still bring them way down and darker, but same time work better with highlights. And as I said before, all this information is already inside the view. When we save it, we just only balancing properly in a specific areas. As other example, let me show you some which is take a little bit longer for me to render, but here's another examples. Okay, example right here, the hallway. You can see it's done with just HDR, and when you tone map it, different as well. You can have it internal like ballroom or even outside the rooftop. And right here again, this is not yet tone mapped. You can see what's happening. And if we're going to switch mode again, 16-bit, we can bring a quite bit details inside. You can see the sky, so now not overblowing, start coming, and at the same time we still have all these details. So it's quite a bit flexibility you have it. And from my personal experience, when you start working with these HDRI images, you almost don't want to switch back, because you have such a huge flexibility currently to do all these manipulations. And so here's some of examples. You can see tone map it again right here, background. You can often start using and integrating with your other images, same like this HDRI. Without tone mapping HDRI, you cannot sometimes pull out outside with proper lighting and inside, or even some other look. Okay, again, this is a tone mapping, but you don't necessarily need to use it view if you don't want it. You can also use a different application, and for example we can use it Photomatix Pro. So if you are familiar with Photomatix Pro, you maybe work as photographer, you use loaded bracket and you adjust them, but you not necessarily need to do this. Same things, you can just go ahead and open a HDRI file. Okay, same things, you can notice you can go ahead tone mapping on this, and that may have a little bit different effect from Photoshop, so you need to see which application is better. But you can see the colors is nice. You can also go through the presets already if you want it, but as example we can go ahead and rework a little bit different. Obviously it's working than Photoshop inside here, but overall it's give you kind of adjustments. But you can see how we adjust. We take this bright point and now a little bit more even out. The next, obviously we need to add a little bit more shadowing to this point, but overall now you start creating this additional atmosphere, additional information that inside your image, and bring back bring out those details you want to see. It much easier, much faster work. And again, this is you always do inside the view. All what you need to do is just save as HDR and post-process after. Thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. Please remember, visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.